If your books are published on KDP, at some point you may need access to support to help with something behind the scenes of publishing those books. When that comes up, you are going to need to reach out to support, and it can be a little bit difficult to find the buttons to get in touch with them. So let me show you exactly how to do this. Now, keep in mind, there are different types of support. The main ones are email and phone. Everybody has access to email. Not everybody has access to phones. Only certain regions have that. And if you're outside of those countries, you will not have access to being able to call KDP to have a conversation. I will say, in my long experience as an author, it is much more effective to call them, get on the phone and speak to somebody than it is to wait a very long time to hear back from them on email and have a lot of confusion. So I always recommend calling in as opposed to emailing if you have that ability. So with that in mind, we're going to jump in and take a look at how to do this. You're going to go to this page. I will link it down below, but it's right there. You can copy that and you can type that in as well. Once you get to this page where you are going to be able to access support, you're going to go to the Author Central section of it, and you're going to scroll down on the bottom. When you do, there will be a yellow Contact Us button. You're going to be able to click on that, and it's going to take us over to this page, which kind of feels like, oh, they're not actually going to speak to me or answer my questions. There's another step. So once you get to this page, which I will link for you as well, you're going to be able to click on what section you're struggling with, so what you have problems with. Now, keep in mind, you can only do this for your own books. So if your publisher has published your books, you as the author cannot come in and do this. Your publisher will have to do this on your behalf. So you have to be the ones who physically published those books in order to be able to have support with communications for support chat or support conversations. And so you are going to go in here and you're actually going to have to go through the process of saying what your issue is. And this is going to help them direct you to somebody who's going to be able to help you a little bit more. So it gives them a little more information. So let's go ahead and let's just say pricing. And let's say I need help with my conversation with them on my book's price. Whatever your thing is, it's going to pop up with this extra support issue here. And now you have access, depending on what you've said, to different versions of this. So you do have phone call where you can call us, and there are usually options with this given. So when you click on that, you are then going to be able to say that they can call you back, or you're going to wait on the line for them to pick up. Depends on what options and what time of day it is. Remember, it is specific to the time of day, what kind of results you can potentially be using. So you can say, you can see here, they have asked the community, and on this one, they've got live chat. So you can actually get in and chat with somebody on live chat. But let's say we look at something else. We're going to go in and we are going to do our price here, our price matching. Now they give us the availability of email, where you can send them that email, you can phone call them, or you can go into the community and you can ask that as well. So you have different options for different things depending on what it is. Sometimes it is going to send you through some of those automated things where you can figure it out yourself with the help desk information. Sometimes you are going to then be able to reach out with email. If you are going through email, keep in mind it's probably going to be a 2 or 3 day process. It's going to be a lot of back and forth in between each email. They're probably going to ask a lot of information, and they may not understand it at first. There are lots of different people who are working for them, some of which will understand what you're asking, some of which will not, and will have to escalate things or give you information that is not correct. So give as much information as possible on the emails to make sure they understand as clearly as possible. If your question concerns a specific book, include the ISBNs, include the numbers, include the links, include whatever information you can to make it as easy as possible for them. If you are calling on the phone, keep in mind, of course, there are a couple of different placements for their call centers, and so you're going to be able to access different people in different regions of the country and outside of the country. With these people, you may need to send in links. So if you're talking about a specific problem where you're going to need to show a specific link or a specific book that they can't look up themselves, make sure you have an email ready to go. Sometimes when you're on the phone with them and they need to see something specific, or you have to email in proof of something, or you have to email in information with a formal request, they're going to tell you to email it. If you already have everything ready inside of an email, that all you have to do, and it's just their basic KDP email, so it's not even like you have to go searching for things, or sometimes they'll just tell you where to type it into. You can immediately send it to them while you're still on the line with them, so that it saves time and effort, and you don't have to wait for them to call you back eventually, and all of those things. So you have different versions of this. You can get into chat support. That's going to help. But again, it depends on which question you are going to have. So go through this different process. It will give you different options, and then they will be able to direct you. Now, if the person that you are speaking to does not have the answer for you or is not quite understanding, ask to speak to somebody else. Or if you're a non-confrontational person or you don't want to have that conversation with them, just hang up, say thank you and hang up, or wait and do another form of this. So if you're struggling on the phone, you can try email. If you're struggling on email, you can try phone. Again, recommend the phone. but try to get somebody else. Sometimes when it comes down to it, it's just about finding the right person who understands what it is that you're discussing, because they have sometimes different information, different versions of what they know, or they're looking up different things. And so sometimes you just have to try and try again until you hit a person who understands what your problem actually is and isn't just kind of trying to follow the script that they have for certain things. So if you've got questions, let's go ahead and drop those down below. I know it's not a fun process to reach out to support of any kind, but I definitely recommend phone over all other versions. There are some people that I can say there's one person who works for them that if I hear this person's name, I know I will be taken care of and everything is going to be great. They are my favorite person that works at this company, but you can't pick who you work with. So sometimes it's just about trying and getting the right people and taking it up higher to make sure that things are getting taken care of. So make sure you have everything ready to go when you reach out to them. If you're having a problem that's going to require them to look at things or to take action on your behalf rather than just answer questions, and have it ready just in case you need to email that in, have it ready in case you need to send to support chat or whatever it happens to be. So there's lots of options, lots of ways for you to do this, and you can save yourself time and effort if you actually give them the information they're going to need and have that ready to go, so that you don't have to scramble to find things or to help them to find things and then send it in and wait to hear back on all of those really fun moments where you are going to have to prolong getting answers. Make it as easy as possible for you. Make it as easy as possible for them. Drop your questions on KDP, on publishing, on writing, on marketing down below. Every single day, we're dropping brand new videos to help you navigate the world of publishing, from your writing to your publishing to your marketing, to make this your most profitable year ever while your business is working on your behalf without you having to be hands-on every minute of every day, because you have created luxury time and you're living your best life while also living out your author dreams. We'll see you in the upcoming episodes.